Welcome to my channel. So today we have a Skep Briefs Global Roundup. So breaking news right now, ICC issues warrant of arrest for Putin on war crime allegations. So judges at the ICC accused Russian president of being responsible for war crimes committed during the Ukraine invasion. This is just today, 17 March. So ICC has issued a warrant of arrest for Russian President Vladimir Putin over alleged war crimes in Ukraine. The Hague-based court said in a statement on Friday, I quote, Putin is allegedly responsible for the war crime of unlawful deportation of population, especially children, and that of unlawful transfer of population, that is children, from occupied areas of Ukraine to the Russian Federation. This sounds more of like the case against the Kenyan ICC 6, if you can remember them. Like Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, etc. Especially the crime of forceful deportation. So now Putin's one who is being accused. So it's also issued warrant of arrest against Maria Alexeyevna Belova, the Commissioner for the Children's Rights in the Office of the President of Russia. So there was no immediate comment by the Russia following this ICC's move on Friday. So Russia has not yet responded over this. So these warrants came a day after UN-backed inquiry accused Russia of committing wide-ranging crimes in Ukraine, including forced deportations of children in areas it controls. So that's the breaking news today, whereby Putin is facing charges, and in fact ICC has issued warrant of arrest for him. So things are getting hot there. And also I think the Chinese president is going to visit Russia. This was planned even before these warrants were issued. He'll visit Russia next week. So we are on a worldwide roundup. So we have an influenza outbreak in China. So this influenza is H5N1 or avian flu, which come from chicken and poultry, also called bird flu. So China reported the new H5N1 avian flu case some months ago. Daniel Epstein, WHO news media team, said China informed the WHO about the case on Feb 24th, whereby 53-year-old woman from Jiangsu province who has a history of contact with poultry. That woman's symptoms began on 31st January and she was hospitalized on 4th February. So that new case was reported in Feb. And as we are talking, the cases have increased. So even most experts, when they had this case, they said that those cases will increase. So today, on March 17th, cases have increased so much that even the WHO is having a briefing on that, even influenza cases in China. Let's watch this video.
China is battling a new disease outbreak and talking about a fresh round of lockdown. This time it's influenza. Official data says there are 400 cases. We know a thing or two about how China maintains data to discount that. The flu has been spreading for 6 weeks now. The positivity rate is over 40%, and pharmacies are set to be running out of medicine. It's almost a repeat of what China saw during the last wave of the Wuhan virus. And the prospect of another lockdown has caused a lot of anger. Citizens are pushing back, as the world wonders what and how much the Chinese are hiding this fact.
So there's a Chinese official who said a few days ago that they may even implement lockdowns over this influenza virus. So that really annoyed people in the social media.
A familiar story is playing out in China. Another disease outbreak, a drug shortage, days of remote learning for children, and prospects of a lockdown. No, this isn't the Wuhan virus we're talking about, it's the influenza outbreak. China has been seeing a steady rise in cases of flu since February. On last count, China recorded 390 cases of flu. The positivity rate jumped from 41.6% from 25.1% in 1 week. But given Beijing's tendency of suppressing data, the real figure remains unclear.
So like I said, the first case was in Feb 24th, and now the latest test showed that about 390 or 400 have tested positive. So the number is increasing. So now we are in March. So just a month since it began, now it is about 400.
Influenza A, which is the common flu virus, is said to have been responsible for 99% of the flu cases detected in China. Its symptoms include fever, aches, headaches, and diarrhea. The WHO says the rise in infections is due to simultaneous transmission of two influenza A virus subtypes. One is the H1N1 and the other is H3N2. The flu, however, is reportedly seasonal. It's also been noticed in other countries. But in China's case, it's taking a toll on school-going children.
My child vomited twice yesterday. The child has had a fever of up to 40 degrees for several days. Today, the doctor will check whether he has influenza A.
The rise in flu cases comes weeks after China witnessed a deadly COVID wave. Millions are said to have died then. Doctors, however, have ruled out another wave of COVID infections. They say the rise is due to low immunity levels.
So that is the issue going on right now. So the cases are spreading so much, and positivity rate is about 40%, which is a bit serious also. So let's recall that even COVID actually began in China, then it spread. So we'll see how this will go. Yeah. Then coming to Africa. So the countdown is on to March 20th, which is a day of protests, not just in Kenya, but all over Africa. So there are apart from Kenya, there are 3 other countries that will have mass action on that same date. I think I made a video about this. I'll post a link in the description area. So Kenya and Azimio opposition, they've announced a mass action on March 20th, where they plan what is called mother of all demonstrations against William Ruto's government. Among the issues are election, which they claim it was stolen, and Odinga has even called that Monday will be a public holiday. So you wonder whether he has the power to do that. Another country is South Africa, where the EFF, which is opposition, led by Julius Malema, they have also called for a national shutdown and a major demonstration, mostly over issue of electricity. So here is Ramaphosa's tweet, 6 days to go. Julius Malema's tweet, 6 days to go. Since Ramaphosa took office, more than 87,000 people have been murdered in South Africa. So join the national shutdown on March 20th. So the countdown is on, even South Africa. So that is Kenya, South Africa, and then Tunisia also. The opposition has organized mass protests against their president. So even there, the opposition has refused to recognize the legitimacy of their recently sworn-in parliament. So they have the same case like Kenya. Kenya, they refused to recognize the Ruto's legitimacy. The same with Tunisia, and they're having the protest the same day of March 20th. And then Nigeria, Africa's biggest economy and democracy, they had elections on March 25th, February 25th, and the opposition protested the results. So on that day, March 20th, the opposition are planning a major demonstration over the Electoral Commission and the elections, because they dispute Bola Tinubu's election as president. So those are the 4 countries that are having mass protests for major demonstrations on March 20th. Kenya, South Africa, Tunisia, and Nigeria. I heard about Senegal, but I'm not sure. So this March 20th is a unique day. I don't know why they all chose March 20th. I don't know whether it's a coincidence, but we'll see what will happen. So I'll keep you informed. about the events, but I'm much more concerned about this this influenza which is in China. So I think much more information should come out from WHO and even other authorities on health, because this is serious. Especially when a Chinese official says that they can even organize more lockdowns, just like the COVID case.